Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt. Excuse me. I'm trying to do my intro here, Mr. Chicken. Mr. Chicken. My name is Kurt, and welcome back to Far Lands or Bust. As you saw, the chunks were still loading in. I literally just loaded in the world just as I had left it at the end of FLoB-ATHON 2014. This is episode 334 of Far Lands or Bust, and it is scheduled to be the season finale of season 4, I believe you could say. I am sitting here atop the block that marks the F3 moment, the F3 number, the official F3 distance we have walked. It is also worth noting that it's March 6th, 2014 right now that I'm recording this. The 3-year anniversary of episode 001 of Far Lands or Bust, the first Minecraft Let's Play, the first Let's Play, anything, commentary and otherwise, I uploaded to my channel, so a big day. I'm hoping I can get this video up today. It's getting a little bit late. I am feeling a little bit under the weather, recovering from FLoB-ATHON weekend, I guess. But I'm hoping to get this up today. I do have some plans for the F3 monument that we have to build today and wrapping things up for the season. But let me do this for those of you who may have missed it, or if you haven't gotten to that part in the FLoB-ATHON archive I just uploaded in 4 convenient parts onto YouTube. I'm going to press F3 right now and share with you the official numbers. Boop! We are playing Minecraft Beta 1.7.3. I'm getting about 320 frames per second. 2 chunk updates. No, the big numbers we're important and looking at right now is the XYZ, and the Z is the 1,479,940 was the official F3 number. Oh, that's strange. Wolfie changes entity numbers. That's bizarre. That is very bizarre. I guess it's dependent on when they load in. He was entity number 12 during FLoB-ATHON, but I'm assuming maybe each entity, when it loads into the game, is assigned an entity number, so that changes. Interesting. Anyway, science! Yeah, that's our number, the XYZ. Another interesting number is the X. That's how far off, south we have drifted. Everybody keeps saying I just drift left, and I certainly do, almost 60,000 blocks south. I've been trying to correct that, but apparently I've not been doing enough. Maybe a spin-off series could be X equals 0 or bust, you know? I gotta start very diligently walking northwest as opposed to southwest as I've been doing, but yeah, that's the new number. 1479940. It's like a phone number. Think of it that way. But that's crazy. I'm going to talk a lot more about that. The sun is going to set. I'm going to actually, well, there's some pigs right here. Let us get some food for you, Wolfie, because at the end of FLoB-ATHON, I accidentally shot you in the face with an arrow. So let's get you some more. Oh, all right. Well, that pig was already kind of softened up. Hey, guy. Boop. I think that helped you. Yeah. I don't see any more pigs. But yeah, this is the official block, and I'm going to create a monument, of course, with the netherrack and the glowstone blocks. It's going to be a beacon to be seen for miles. There are at least 8 or 9 chunks in every direction that we can all enjoy, and I kind of have somewhat of a lofty goal, not goal, but a build project. So I'm going to do something, like I started to say, that I haven't really ever done in Far Lands or Bust. That is, either make a montage or a what's the word I'm looking for? A time-lapse, fast-forward sequence of what I'm going to be building here, because it's going to take quite some time, and I would like to wrap this whole shebang up in this episode without going too, I don't want to have another, I don't want to force you guys to watch another 3-hour video like FLoB-ATHON was, so I'm going to clear the way of some trees here. That's my hidey hole. That's going to have to move as well. Oh, I can close F3, I guess. That's going to have to move, because there's going to be a building here. It's going to be a combination hidey hole building and F3 monument that we're going to build. And also, you scared me there, sheep. Also, I'm going to, I'm not going to complete the build as far as whilst I'm doing the fast forward sequence. I'm just going to get to the point where all the grindiness is over. That way I can come back and we're going to talk about FLoB-ATHON. We're going to discuss the new F3 number and what that means as far as some real world comparisons are concerned. We're going to announce the winner of the F3 contest. Very graciously won. They very graciously won. No, they won the $100 credit to shapeways.com, very graciously donated by shapeways.com to hand out to the fan who guessed the closest number to the F3 number. I'm a little bit off. Oh, it's just on the other side of this wall. And they got within 55 blocks, which is pretty great, pretty close. So we're going to announce that, and yeah, after this, I'm going to pause recording and then start recording, and hopefully I'll be able to edit together some sort of montage of the building process for this, the third F3 monument. So I will be right back with you after that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And look at where we are. Fancy pants hidey hole here. Not really a hidey hole at all. It's a building. I've made a building. And this right here is where the portal, not the portal, the monument, the pole, the pole of F3 is going to be. But yeah, I hope I was able to create some sort of sense out of that sequence of events in building this structure. I decided in F3 monuments past, I've had hidey holes and houses underground or just nearby the actual F3 monument, but I decided today and this time to integrate a hidey hole, a home, a place to live within the monument itself. So I packed up out of the kind of impromptu hidey hole underground, and then whilst I was building, I lived in floating bed. I lived in that elevated hidey hole for a bit, just as kind of a spawn area. But yeah, we've got this little hut here. I actually, in earlier designs, I was going to make it 1 block wider on each side, but then it kind of started to look a little bit too big and dwarf the monument that I'm going to place atop here. I figured I would bring you guys back so that we could build the monument together. But yeah, as you can see, standing on this glass, pressing F3, that is 1479940. That is the F3 area, the official F3 block. And I actually, in building this, I forgot, apparently in beta 173, you can't build these half slabs without the smooth stone. I thought, and certainly in earlier versions, you could create these half slabs with just cobblestone. Just 3 cobblestones would create these smooth slabs. Not the case. Not the case in this version. But I do have a plan. Obviously, as you can see, I have the glowstone. How much glowstone can we make out of this? I believe 3, am I right? Yep. I'm going to use it all. I'm going to use it all here, folks. In making this beacon, normally I would, normally I would alternate red and white wool. But as I mentioned in episode 200, I'm going to be making this one out of glowstone. I'm going to alternate, I do actually, speaking of those slabs, I do need a, don't use the stairs, Kurt, just fall off the ledge. I need an additional step here. Hopefully you can still stack these, I hope, right? Yeah, right? Should be able to. Yeah, I don't see why not. Right? Yeah, we should be able to. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, first and foremost, this should be enough. I think I want to do that one higher, do I not? No, I think that's high enough. I'm going to mark out this whole building from above will look a little bit like a compass. We've got west, we've got north, east, south, and I'm going to light those ablaze with the netherrack. This netherrack, of course, from the nether. That time we went to the nether. And then here, I need the stairs. I'm going to do a little bit of a fancy pants trick here that I hope works. A little bit unusual, but we'll show you in a second. Come on, let's just... No, I want this block. There we go. All right. And now I'm going to, just for a placeholder, do that. Block that off. All right, now the tricky part. We're going to go 1, 2, and glowstone. All right. And then 1, 2, glowstone. And then finally, 1, 2, glowstone. This is what Season 4's F3 monument is going to look like. Kind of an alternating lighthouse. And these are going to be ablaze. I have a flint and steel. I'm going to wait to do that because the piece de la resistance, or whatever, however you say it. Oh no, I can't. Whoops, I can't do this. This is terrible news. Oh, that's right. Oh no. Oh, crap. This is a peculiar position to put myself in. Okay, what I'm gonna have to do is break that. Yeah, okay, I did this in a creative mode, but with the current version of the game. the collision box on the stairs takes the entire block up, so that wouldn't work. So what I'm actually going to do, and I hope this works, I'm going to, since this pillar is inspired by the nether, it needs some sort of nether inspiration. That is to have some lava here. What? Oh wait, what I want to do actually before I do this is do that. All right, we're gonna put. This shouldn't flow anywhere. Yeah, that's why I got the water bucket. Ha. Okay, you're all good, right? All right, and now. Ah, pickles. Ah, pickles. That. Ah. But. If I break this, I might not get 4 glowstone. What? Wait, what? Why can't... Oh, this is terrible news. Minecraft Beta 173? Why do you have to be so confusing? I want that to be there, but floating atop the lava. I guess I could use a piece of netherrack, but that won't look right. Can I do this? No, I can't. That is so weird. Why can't I do that? I can do that and that, but apparently I can't do that and then that. Oh my gosh. I've totally screwed up. Oh no. All right, think fast here, Kurt. What block could go there? I think netherrack is gonna have to be the one, don't you think? How much netherrack do I have? 10? I got plenty of netherrack. It could be glass. Glass would be interesting, because then it is kind of like a beacon. Yeah, that's gone forever. Yeah, glass, and then you get the full effect of the lava underneath. And because, oh yeah, I forgot to show the actual the fun part of this is. Ooh, dangerous. Hopefully none of these things burst into flames. But yeah, we have some above ceiling lighting coming from lava, which is dangerous and scary, but fun at the same time. All right, that was if I had placed the lava first and then the 2 half slabs and then the glowstone, we would have been all right. But I messed up. Such is the way of far lands or bustitudes. I also had an idea of filling this with water around here. Maybe I will do that as well. But this is... Let's take a look from afar. This is our F3 monument for, like I said, 1479940. It is a little bit dwarfed by the structure underneath it, but it's unique. It's interesting. I like it. I like it a lot. So yeah, anyway... I'm gonna continue the episode here. I'm gonna place the sign. I'm going to light the flames of the cardinal directions. I believe the interior is everything it's shaped up to be. Oh, I need to get the this stuff over here. I'll make it a proper oh no, I don't need flowers, do I? Nor do I need that. All right, let's get this. Oh, dang it. No, there we go. I want that. I'll put that inside the house here. Wolfie's waiting patiently as usual. Yeah, let's put this down right here. No. I want it like facing this way, please. Can you do that for me? No. Okay. What happens? What is wrong with this game? It is so confusing. Okay, what happens when I do it like this? It faces that way anyway. Okay, I guess you're facing that way. And then I want to bring the workbench in. Dang it. Yeah, flowers, flowers! Yellow flowers everywhere. Just deal with it, deal with it. Okay. And then we'll take this inside. The workbench is of really no particular significance. It's been replaced a few times, so I feel like it would be a good place to just leave this behind here as well. It's because it's like it's like a complete home. This is almost similar in a little bit smaller, but in size to the original. Woof, the original whatchamacallit. cabin, spawn cabin that we had. But yeah, there's a cool... It beacons with light. Like I said, I'll at the end of the episode put up the sign. I do have a few things to discuss, being as kind of a recap of FLoB-ATHON. I do want to go back and check out that whole area back there that Zisto was quite disappointed I didn't make the F3 moment back on one of those mountains. So I'd like to go back and at least kind of check them out while I'm here before we set off next season. But indeed, ooh, in-ceiling heating. All right, let's go to sleep, and we'll do that in the morning. And F3-ness. Indeed. Let's pack up some stuff we don't actually need. I never did the explosive celebration during the FLoB-ATHON. I completely forgot about that. Let's get rid of some building materials we don't need. I might need some water for traversing. I ran out of... what's that stuff called? Coal, whilst cooking the stone and the glass. So I'll need to find some coal eventually. Yeah, alright, let's go. I'm full up on health. Oh, I should probably at some point replace... Yeah, let's do that. No, let's do that at the end of the episode. Or maybe we'll do that at the start of the next season. But I do need to replace my armor is quite low. They were noticing that during the FLoB-ATHON. I'm going to leave Wolfie here because he's a bit of a nutter when it comes to the edges of cliffs and things. So stand guard, and guard, right guard. This area, Wolfie, we'll be right back. I do want to just check out this cool little area over here, and while I'm doing that, we will talk, like I said, about FLoB-ATHON. Whoa! Talk about FLoB-ATHON! FLoB-ATHON 2014. Yeah, like I said, March 6th is the 3-year anniversary of episode 1 of my Let's Play, what was originally Minecraft Adventures, since turned into Farlands or Bust. It's very cool, very crazy that I've been doing it this long. And like I said, I want to talk about the number, the F3 number. It's going to take a while. Oh, Jesus! Oh, Jesus! Oh, God, that scared me. Okay, all right, okay. No. Oh, my God. Okay, this whole place, it's a grand old thing. I mean, not a grand thing, but a good thing I didn't make this area. Oh, my God. I literally, a little poo came out. That was scary. My gosh. All right, I'm getting a little bit away from these darker areas. I don't know where he came from. I think he fell was what the initial noise was, and then came after me. My heart cannot take such a thing in this condition. Good Lord. But yeah, here's kind of the area we were looking over. But yeah, the number. Whew, it's gonna take a while to remember, but it does have a ring to it still. There's a lot of 4s and 9s and zeros. It was, first F3 number was... Oh, these poor guys. What are you doing here? Came out of that hole. Boonk. The first number was 292202. Rolls off the tongue. Second number was 699492. Wait, 292202 and then 699492. Yeah, a lot of 2s and 9s and 4s. This one is 1479940. It's easiest to talk as if it's an American phone number. 1479940. Like, that's the easiest way to I suppose, reference this number. Okay, this was the water that I placed when I decided to come down here. So let's see about getting back up this way. I'll just pillar up, I guess. Come on. Yep. Oh, I hear zombies, some pigs and stuff. Hopefully there's not a creeper up here waiting for me. Yeah, you're just a pig. Go! Oh, God. I'm, like, seriously shaken by that whole creeper experience. But yeah, this whole area was difficult to traverse. Anyway, so yeah, each block in Minecraft is 1 meter. So looking at that number, 1,479,940 meters, that more than doubles the last F3 moment of 699492, obviously. And that means, with the math, we are 11.79% of the way to the Farlands. Which is both like shocking we've gotten that far, but also shocking how much further we have to go. Almost only less than 12% of the way there. That area over there was originally where people wanted me to go atop there and make the F3 monument. So let's see if it's actually feasible to even get over there. I have to go down that water and then up and to the right. All right. So yeah, the far lands are far away. They're at 12,550,820 blocks away. In miles, for those of you still working on the Imperial network of systems, the Imperial measurement systems is 919.6 miles. In real world, I did a check, and walking from Chicago to New Orleans, or Nolans, depending on how you wish to pronounce it, is 911 miles. So, hi Spider, you're nice, aren't you? You're not nice. You don't look nice. You're nice. Nice guy. Go talk to your friends, the squids. They seem to be in trouble. So yeah, like walking from Chicago to New Orleans, which in general doesn't seem that, you know, people walk across the country as little dares or as little stunts all the time. It doesn't seem like that much, but, you know, we're doing this not every day and only for half an hour a day. It's bound to be a little bit less easy and quick than a real-life walking journey would be. Of course, we also have to deal with things like creepers falling out of the sky and lava and making sure Wolfie is safe and all that fun stuff. So, oh, that didn't work. But that just puts like a real-world example. It's also, according to the Wolfram Alpha website, is 85% of walking around the equator of the moon. So we've nearly walked around the moon. That seems a little bit more impressive, doesn't it? So yeah, that's cool. And of course, to bring us back down, to kind of make us feel bad about ourselves, if we were walking at the speed of light, where's the monument? There's the monument. Of course, this dang cloud's in the way. Yeah, this would have been a terrible place. It's right at the cloud layer. I'm glad I did it down there, even though there is kind of this really cool stuff all around. Because this cloud business is quite annoying. You can really tell how far off the selection box is based on the difference between clouds and the ground. But yeah, if we were walking at the speed of light, this journey, instead of taking 3 years, would have taken... Where is it? 4.9 milliseconds. 4.9 milliseconds at the speed of light. Of course, this all, all these numbers and whatnot mean a lot. The most important number means a lot to our contest winner, the 1479940, the contest winner who won the $100 credit to shapeways.com. Whoa, that's cool. It's like a crater. To shapeways.com was Brian A., not related to Dr. Brian, Logon 111, but Brian A. from the United States, guessed with 1479885, just 55 under. So I suppose, I know I was joking about, well, I'm screwing over somebody by, instead of building the F3 monument on this block over here, I don't know that, I think he probably still would have won. So let's press F3 over here. Yeah, we're 1479869. His guess was 885. So I think he still would have won. I don't have all the data in front of me to know if anybody got closer than this, but I think in the end, our winner was well deserved. And I once again thank Shapeways.com, the 3D printing marketplace, for providing that prize to our fans, to the closest guess. I had over 3,500 entries to the guess, or to the contest. Many ranging from negative numbers. I suppose people who really didn't want to win guessed negative numbers. Oh, that's a pretty picture. And then the all the way gigantic numbers that were ridiculously way far over the far lands. But very, very cool little contest we held. And I'm really glad everybody hopefully had fun. Also, all of the Mojang was very kind to donate many copies of Minecraft and Cobalt So check your emails, even if you didn't win the $100 with the guess. Check your emails. Check your spam folders as well. I know saying, hey, you won this prize is generally a red flag for spam filters. So check your spam filters as well in case you miss it. But keep checking those emails because you might win a copy of Minecraft, of Cobalt, of Kerbal Space Program. I already handed out Brian's cape from Minecon. Brian Lorgon 111, the actual Brian Lorgon 111, donated his cape from Minecon 2013. So that was a very cool prize to give out to a random. I'm just using a random number generator. Pick a number between 1 and 3,600, however many entries we had. Oh well, that's a much easier way to get down here. But yeah, that's very cool. Very cool. And of course, the most important number is how much we raised for Child's Play charity. In the end, and the number right now as it stands, I'm still getting in some donations, is $185,574.14. We raised during the 12-hour FLoB-ATHON about $15,000 from when I recorded episode 333 announcing FLoB-ATHON to the end of FLoB-ATHON right now. So that's great. All that money helping get toys, books, and games to kids in hospitals around the world. Child'sPlayCharity.org. They constantly support Far Lands or Bust and other gaming charity fundraisers. So keep giving. I'm going to keep the widget open, even though, like I said, the season's over. And we're going to keep raising money for Child's Play charity because thumbs up for good causes through the gaming community. It really means a lot to me. I'm going to go to sleep. We're going to finish off the monument. I'm going to light the beacons. I'm going to consider doing that water feature up there as well. And then I'm going to kind of recap my final thoughts on FLoB-ATHON, and we will end out Season 4 of Far Lands or Bust in style in the morning. And awakeness. This is kind of a cool feature, isn't it? You're just, instead of a full window, you're getting just a little smidgen of a window through the... That's cool. I know how to build. Woof indeed. Let's... still got a bunch of stuff going on here. Okay, I do need to light the fires. And let's go maybe grab some water. It is kind of a cool little thing. Oh, I need to make a sign. That's what I need to do. So let's make a sign, because we always place a sign on the monument. I do got to be careful. I stayed out a little bit late there. All right, very cool. All right, let's go get some water. Let's see how that looks. And a little bit of a, I suppose, a little teaser to what next season is going to start. We're going to be heading that way, west, maybe a little bit northwest, to cancel out that 60,000 blocks we're off center here. But yeah, I like this this thingamabob, whatever this thing is called, the F3 monument here. It's very cool indeed. Wolfie agrees. All right, let's light the fires here. I'm also gonna have to. That was a good vantage point over there to take like a panoramic, or maybe even I'll go over there and take a panoramic with these mountains in the background. Who knows? All right, so let's light the beacons. Very bright. This is going to be a very bright. I hope it doesn't. No, it's far enough away from wood and things that nothing else is going to catch fire. A very bright, crazy, intense F3 monument that we have here. And I'm going to, before I place the water, let's do the sign ceremony. Does it have to... It shouldn't burn, but let's actually aim for a little bit higher. I don't want the sign to burn off. I also don't want myself to catch a blaze. All right, here we go. The number 1479940. We pressed that and had FLoB-ATHON on March 1st, 2014. Far Lands or Bust. Hooray! Very cool indeed. Oh, and of course the sign is not an entity, or it is an entity and not a block, so it's a little bit wibbly wobbly. But let's take a screenshot of that, shall we? Very appropriate. I'm very concerned still about pressing F3, but it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter at this point. All right, this is kind of a thing I was experimenting with. We'll see if we like this. Of course, water might behave a little bit differently in this version. All right, I do that. And then I do that. And then I go to the other side. Excuse me. And do that. And then I need one more bucket of water. Bucket of water! I need another bucket of water, sir. Yeah, I do want to let, obviously, everybody who donated, shapeways.com for providing the prize, and everybody who came to the FLoB-ATHON, but also I want to thank all of my guests. I really didn't go nuts about like inviting people or say preparing people or like saying come to Farlands or bust thing. I suppose I could have. Yeah, it's kind of cool looking, is it not? Fire and water and glowstone. It's like a symbolism or something. Yeah, that looks kind of cool. All right, I like it. I like it a lot. But I do want to thank Nia, Lorgon111, MC Gamer, DocM77, Michael, Good, Packrat, Zisto, BTC, Jsano, and Bash for coming and joining me on Skype during the live stream, for taking a bit of the pressure, I suppose you could say, off me and live streaming. Oh, here we go. Smile, Wolfie. Yep, like that. Boop. Boop. Let me try to do a panoramic. Keep looking at the camera. No! Yeah, like that. Good job. All right, panoramic. Panorama. And let me get that up there. I feel like I missed that. So yeah, I hope I didn't forget anybody, but I think that was pretty much everybody who joined on Skype. I think a few things, just a few moments that of note is that at one point the game froze. We started to experience some pretty serious lag. Look at all the wolves. Hey wolves, let's have Wolfie come over and meet you. Maybe in a bit. I actually want to get some more pictures. It's like I got a camera on me. I'm a tourist. Give me a break. Let me get the dirt out. I don't know what to do with the rest of this netherrack. Could I just keep bringing it with me, or I don't know. Boop. Beep. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty awesome. Awesome blossom. All right. Panoramic time. Boop. 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 I basically, for those of you who may have missed earlier panoramas, I take a sequence of images and stitch them together in a program called Microsoft Ice, which I'm not sure if they're even developing anymore, but it's basically you just drop all the photos in, and then it's like calculating, and then it stitches them all together, and you can export them as just JPEGs or whatever. And that's quite a cool thing. And then I post those. I ended up posting one of, I was going over kind of interesting moments. It froze. The game froze. I couldn't save and exit. And then when I brought it back, Wolfie was gone. And also, we considered there might be weird things happening with the save file. So we decided to reboot. And we lost about an hour of progress due to that problem. But we continued on. We persevered. Also, we found, and I was talking about panoramas, we found the the amazing, crazy, epic mountain tree of height limitness, which I really wish would have waited a little bit longer, because that would have been an amazing place for an F3 monument. It was just this spire, as we normally get, a spire of land up into the sky, past the clouds. And just atop it was a single, just massive tree, and I really liked the way the tree, it was very symmetrical. You know, a lot of these big trees like this just look kind of a bit overgrown or lopsided like that one. This one was very symmetrical. It had like a nice W shape in the way the branches extended out. And Zisto, that was right when Zisto joined us, and he was very impressed with that, of course. He really liked that. And yeah, that was a place where I took some panoramas, some screenshots, and stitched it together, and I posted that to my DeviantArt account for you to enjoy. this is a nice F3 monument. It's symbolic, north, south, east, west. It's on fire. It's a beacon. All right, let's go say hello to your wolf friends. Also, what happened? Oh, I went into a dungeon. I think it was a skeleton dungeon, and I found a golden record and immediately freaked out and put back everything I had found. And at the exact same time, that's when Goo joined. What happened to all those wolves? Hey, Wolfie, where's your wolf friends? Where are you? There you are. Let's get you some more food, I guess, while we're at it. Murder! Oh, were they up here or something? I swear, weren't there just a bunch of wolves? Nothing out of that guy. Huh. That's weird. Oh, Lord. I mean, I know animals don't follow the same persistence and spawn rules in the current game. Obviously, these pigs were not here before, so they just kind of spawn in the daylight as needed. There's no breeding or anything necessary, but it's kind of weird. So yeah, we found a golden record. We left it behind and blocked off the spawner because it was evil and should not be tampered with. Of course, in Season 3, in the last FLoB-ATHON, we had the issue where we did find a golden record, and almost immediately after is when Wolfie disappeared, so we want to avoid a similar situation. Alright, let's go up here before the sun sets. Get a nice panoramic, huh? Yeah, let's go up a little bit higher even. Ooh, scary. I feel like I should have been just a few blocks over. Alright. Nah. Oh. That's close enough. Sure, right here. Alright, F1. As the sun sets. Boop. 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 There's Wolfie in the shot. Let's try to do a 360 panorama. Panorama-rama. That should be about 360, huh? Yeah, alright. Well, let's very carefully get down. As you saw, our armor isn't the greatest. Alright. I think, that and a lot of other things obviously happened, but all the footage is up on YouTube now, so you guys can enjoy that. And yeah, I suppose, I have other stuff to talk about, but I started to realize it's mainly kind of my own personal critiques and complaints about myself or the way I scheduled or the way I didn't really ask for much help, but I feel like we're positive here. This is the final episode of Season 4, the most epic season of Far Lands or Bust ever. We doubled the amount we walked. I know some people were kind of estimating I'd be at 1,700,000. I myself kind of estimated that, and when we saw 1,400,000, we were like, oh. But really, that's amazing. We more than doubled the amount that we walked. And with Wolfie and, all this stuff going on. Oh, you're full up. Very good. We'll start the season off right. Let's give you some light here. Why not? Yeah, we'll just do that. And head inside a very well-appointed hidey hole. Very cool. That burning noise is a little bit disconcerting, but yeah. Once again, I want to thank you guys, the fans, the Farlanders, everybody who donated to Child's Play charity throughout the season, throughout Mindcrack Marathon. Everybody who subscribes and likes and leaves comments, and the chat. That's one thing I want to note. The chat, for the times I was glancing at it, during FLoB-ATHON on Twitch. I know Twitch is not known for having that great of a chat community, but I feel like I was very happy with the chat, the quality of the chat. You guys seem to be enjoying yourselves, and if at times felt neglected by me or the streamers not answering questions in the chat, you guys use the chat to talk amongst yourselves, and I feel like that is the reason that is there, so you guys can kind of form a community. So I really do appreciate that. You guys are amazing, and I'm looking forward to another 1,479,940 blocks walking west in the next season of Far Lands or Bust. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Kurt. I will see you next time.